The water from outside, the drainage, soaks into the slab. The slab wicks that water into the space, into the condo, into the building, into the office, and then we'll try to dry and gets trapped under carpeting and vinyl flooring or anything that doesn't breathe. Laminate flooring, the plastic under wood flooring, that's another way. Hi guys, I just talked about ground floor apartments and condominiums in terms of drainage. And so I just want to point out why I'm concerned about that. So, and oftentimes this has to do with there's a slab construction. So slab construction is usually concrete, it's usually on the ground. Whether or not they have a vapor barrier, there's usually absorption of water from the outside that can come in even the side. Now I'm at a ski resort, you see people skiing behind me, but these condos down here, you can see the snow is actually much higher than the concrete, and that it's a there's not a big grade away. It's hard to tell because there's so much snow, but even if it is graded away well, the snow melt is likely soaking into the concrete itself. And so when snow goes into concrete, there's tiny cells in the concrete that by capillary action water wicks into there, and then will wick into the unit itself, causing, by capillary action it's called, and I talk about this in my Moisture Basics course, which I highly recommend as a place to get started. So it wicks into the concrete and actually, just like a sponge, will go pretty far, and it'll end up in the unit, and we end up with water being stored and trying to dry into the unit that's trapped by carpeting, carpet pads, vinyl flooring, laminate flooring, even plastic under wood flooring. So the only material that I haven't seen affected by the water under slabs particularly is tile, either ceramic or porcelain tile. It seems that the slabs can dry through the grout joints, but that's the only one that I've seen that I would say is okay. Otherwise, you can stain and seal your concrete. But we also have a problem with thermal bridging that'll bring in cold temperatures. You know, that's not as big an issue for mold, except for condensation can be a concern. So those are my thoughts on when you have a ground floor apartment or ground floor condominium. We're on the top floor. I prefer top floors. I'll take the roof leaks over the drainage leaks any day. At least I can see them better. Hi everyone, I'm Cheryl Seco and I'm here from on location. I'm traveling yet again. I'm in Snowmass, Colorado, and we were skiing. We're getting ready to leave. But I want to show you the place that we're staying at. Mostly it's pretty good. We found it on Airbnb. It's not perfect. It's actually older, and I just want to, people ask me how I find places to stay, and sometimes you find places that aren't good, I'll admit it. This one has been perfectly fine, and this was on Airbnb. I'll show you, it's a studio. So you can see the kitchen is back there. Here's like the living area, and if I go towards the kitchen, you'll see from the living area, there's a patio outside, or it's actually a balcony, and then you can see the bed is in a nook kind of, and there's a screen that could close that off from this sofa bed. So the kitchen, I didn't see anything. There's a little water damage I noticed behind the faucet, if you can see that. That's not huge. I think that's just splash. I found a little bit in the bathroom. I didn't notice anything, but there's some wrinkly stuff going on here with the drywall. And then if you can see down here by the water supply for the toilet, looks a little nasty. So, and then the other thing that I saw was, so we're on the top floor. You can see the ceiling, and I go for top floors. I don't want to be on the ground level because in most places, a lot of places, the ground level is a slab on grade. A lot of people think that's safe. It's so not safe. The water from outside, the drainage, soaks into the slab. The slab wicks that water into the space, into the condo, into the building, into the office, and then we'll try to dry and gets trapped under carpeting and vinyl flooring or anything that doesn't breathe. Laminate flooring, the plastic under wood flooring, that's another way it gets trapped. So I just try to avoid anything ground floor. We shoot for top floor. The reason for that is because if there's going to be a leak, if the plumbing's going to leak, say that toilet, the tub, the kitchen sink, the dishwasher, if any of those things were to leak, water goes downhill. Gravity takes it downhill. So the people that are probably most affected are people under this condo. And so I try to stay up high so that I can eliminate the number of things that could be affecting the unit. Now, of course, we can have a problem with the roof leaking. And I think there has been that situation here. Again, I'm not noticing any big reaction. We're outside all day. The air quality here is amazing. We do open the windows during the day because it's been very warm. So, but we're in the mountains, very clean air. But I do see evidence of water damage. So here is where I see it. Let's see if you can see up here. Let me see how I do this. Up here, you see this is discolored here. And then there's like a round circle up there. Let's see if I can get it in closer. So, and I've been pondering this for the whole time I'm here, because you can kind of see it, maybe more underneath it, you can see it, you know, kind of up there by the beam. And I've been pondering this because I'm like, what is going on there? Why do they have water there? And then I looked at the roof outside, and the roof outside is actually a flat roof that slopes above the balcony, and they must have drainage in this area. This is like a core that has a closet in it. And so I'm thinking that there's some water pipe draining something, or condensation. It could be condensation because there's an insulation that's been breached there. But I do see water damage evidence, and this is in a condo, so it may be hard to fix. It's always a challenge in condominiums because people own the paint layer only, and the whole building has to address the bigger issues. I opened the cabinet to see if we'd gotten all our stuff out, and I looked behind it, and you can clearly see that there has been a water leak, pretty big one, behind this cabinet. And you can see the damage above. I'm looking up at the ceiling. This is my husband getting ready. So this is the condo. And yeah, so I would say this cabinet needs to come out, and it might be really nasty behind there. Thankfully, we are not having a reaction and haven't had a reaction. So I'm hoping maybe it's just dry and not getting fluffed around. We do have radiant heat here, so it's actually electric. I don't know if it's electric, what it is, but it's a baseboard heat. So we do have carpeting, which I hate because it collects dust, but we do have this radiant kind of heating, which I think is helping because we're not moving the air around. But a clear sign of water damage in the cabinet, and then yes, nastiness up there. If you have something like this in your house, it needs to be addressed. Needs to be addressed 100%. Do not let this keep going, because what is happening behind here is surely much worse than what we can see. The amount of water it takes to soak all the way through these boards, all the way through the drywall up there, is a lot of water for a long time, or at least a lot of water one time. And so I really would caution people, do not open that without special precautions, containment, protecting other spaces, because I would expect that's going to be nasty. If you get lucky and it's not, great, but I'd be worried about it, and I'd say that needs to be addressed. So that's a roof leak, and we have a timer going off for some food we're roasting, and I am going to end this video. If you want to learn more about water damage and mold in buildings and the health effects, and I come outside to do this so you can see the outside a little bit, then check out my website, avoidingmold.com. I have a lot of online videos at my YouTube channel, Cheryl Seco Architect, and you can also check out my courses, my online courses. Lots of great information there. And so to sign off, I'm just going to show you some scenery. It's spring, snow is melting, and it's gorgeous out here. So whatever you do, find places that you feel at peace and make you happy while you're avoiding mold. It'll help. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.
If you enjoyed this video, hit subscribe. For more free information on safe building, avoiding mold, and water damage, visit avoidingmold.com.